90% of millionaires become wealthy through real estate. But have you ever wondered why? Sure, you might think it's because of the rent that it produces, but that's not even the biggest reason. In this video, I'll be going over how real estate is the biggest wealth creator and the reason behind millionaires and billionaires alike paying less in taxes than you and I. Real quick, I'll be posting every Tuesday and Friday, so make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that way you get notified every time I post new content. Also, if I get to 100,000 subscribers by 12/31 of 2024, I'll be donating the full month of December's YouTube proceeds to the American Cancer Society. So like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll be going back to the content right now. There are a ton of benefits to owning real estate. Cash flow, diversification, generational wealth, hedge against inflation, appreciation. These are just a few of the great benefits of owning real estate, but it's certainly not the biggest one. When you buy a property in a great location, it tends to appreciate in value. This happens for a variety of reasons. Inflation, forced appreciation, increase to the gross income, or barriers to entry are just a few of the ways property will appreciate. Inflation in real estate is similar to anything else. If you were to buy milk in 1960, it would be 36 cents, where it is now $4.50. The big difference here is that when you buy real estate, you hold on and you lock in the price of the current amount with the option to sell at the future value to realize the appreciation. You could try to do this with milk, but you can't keep milk for 64 years. Now, when I was talking about appreciation, I mentioned increase to gross income. That has more to do with commercial real estate than it does residential. Commercial real estate is valued directly off of the income that it produces. So by directly increasing the gross income that the property produces, it in turn makes the property more valuable. So just wanted to clear that up. That has more to do with commercial than it does residential. So just to be clear. Barriers to entry are great in real estate. Some examples of barriers to entry would be knowledge, capital requirements, or even a property that's oceanfront, or maybe even a property that's in the city. Oceanfront properties have very strict building requirements, which hinder future development of new properties. So with new development being hindered, that increases and boosts up the value of the pre-existing buildings that are already completed and done. City buildings face some of these similar restrictions as well as barriers. Now, these are all great benefits of owning real estate, but these aren't even the biggest reasons why real estate is the cornerstone of 90% of millionaires' wealth. The absolute biggest reason that real estate is the cornerstone and millionaire maker to many is simply because of taxes. Real estate is one of the biggest tax hacks known to man. Ways real estate is such a tax haven is number one, because of write-offs. Taxes, interest on your loan, operating expenses, maintenance costs, property management fees, advertising, renovation costs, as well as insurance are all write-offs against your gross income. This further decreases your gross income and taxable burden. Another reason why real estate is such a tax haven is because of tax deferrals. Say you bought your property in 1960 and it's appreciated since then by a value of $1 million, and now it's time to sell. Well, what you can do is you can sell it and do what's called a 1031 exchange. Normally, you would have to pay taxes on that full $1 million appreciated value, but that's not the case in this scenario. Via 1031 exchange, as long as you buy another property of like value or more expensive, then you are able to completely defer your taxes to a later date. Now, with a normal investment, if you were to go ahead and say, all right, I'm done with this, it's time to sell and get out, you would have to pay taxes on the full capital gains. So in this instance, say you bought the property in 1960 for $50,000. Now you're looking to sell it for $1 million. You'd have to pay capital gains on $950,000. Real estate via 1031 exchange allows you to defer those. If you invest in opportunity zones, there may be additional tax breaks and benefits, but this is totally location specific. So if you're investing in an opportunity zone, make sure you know the different tax incentives that may be available to you. The biggest, in my opinion, tax benefits to owning investment real estate is depreciation. Depreciation allows you to, well, depreciate the property over a 27.5 year period. So this would be better explained with an example. If you were to buy a property for $500,000 in January of 2024, you'd be able to depreciate that over a 27.5 year period. So with that, you'd be able to write off about $17,424.24 year one from the gross income. Now, an important consideration on while this does seem like an invisible cost to you, you do need to recapture it if you were to sell. So that's why a 1031 exchange or simply refinancing to pull cash out are great alternatives to avoid any recapture cost of depreciation. Appreciation, depreciation, tax benefits, cash flow. These are just a few of the benefits of why real estate is a millionaire maker to many, many individuals. So make sure you like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and go ahead and turn on your notification bell so you can be notified next time I post a video. Once again, go ahead and check out one of my other videos right here.